friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is my first time collaborating with several talented ladies hosted by Leah at Junkernecker and Melissa Makes It DIY. And this is Joy in a Nutshell. So my dear tray is actually going to be in my restroom because I don't have one and I need one. I'm actually going to be using a few items that I already had on hand in my garage that were kind of just taking up space. I used last year on my porch, and like I said, we're just kind of sitting there. And inside this bag, I just have some, drawer handles that I got at a garage sale for 50 cents. I'm going to start by using this paint that I got from Home Depot. It is the Behr brand, and it is dead flat. And I like using this paint because it has the look of chalk paint, but is like way cheaper, and it's in the color Shoelace I'm showing here. It's way cheaper, and I can get a gallon for $25, which is actually way cheaper than any chalk paint I've ever used. So I start by painting my little handles, and for the sake of filming, I'm going to kind of just fast forward for you guys. Then I'm going to end up setting those aside just to kind of let them dry. And then this is the frame that I'm using, picture that I'm using. I've had this for a while. I actually was given this for free by a friend of mine. Used it last year, and then it was just kind of sitting in my garage. So I'm going to use that same paint and paint over it. And this paint is actually very good coverage. So I only ended up using one application. While that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and start painting my little chair. I actually have two of these, and like I said, I usually set them on my porch, but this year I didn't do that, and I decided to pull it out and paint it for this DIY. And on this one, I'm just going to actually kind of do a rough paint. I kind of want to still see that wood pop through the paint. And just like magic, the seat's all painted. Even more magical, the whole thing's painted. So that's how I like that finish to be, just kind of that wood popping through, just very kind of rustic and beat up looking. So then here I have my picture frame, and I realized that there's a hook on the back. I'm going to leave that on there if I ever want to reuse this as a picture to hang on the wall. I have the choice to do that. And then I'm going to just kind of place my handles and eyeball them and get them as centered as possible. Once I decide that I have them where I want them, I'm going to actually use E6000 to glue them down. And this is what the tray looks like once it's dried on its little feet. And I'm going to go ahead and set this up in my bathroom, y'all. Forgive me for the camera shaking. My son was actually doing the taping here. And I realized that this isn't a traditional tray, and that's not what I wanted. I wanted something a little different. I'd actually seen little chairs used on trays and on Pinterest, and I was very inspired by that, and I really liked the way it looked. And so this is how my tray came out. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please consider subscribing to my channel, and please consider subscribing to all the other talented ladies in this playlist. I really appreciate you watching. You can catch me on social media at Carla Joy, on Instagram 2Ys, and Facebook page Joy in a Nutshell. And a very special thank you to Junkernecker and Melissa Makes It DIY.